Whoa. Thank you for the hat.
Stream is starting. The Captain Coder at the helm. Bean water is ready. Today we will learn a lot. He loves the questions. He loves to sing. Join our Discord and follow him.
The hats, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Let's get 2 more hats on this head. Thank you guys so much for being here. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a beautiful Tuesday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, Captain Anosa, with another hat. We might get a hat stack overflow here before we even get to writing any code, folks. Let's get this on here. Oh, yeah. There it goes, folks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you happen to be. World Captain Coder here on this beautiful Tuesday. Any day I can wake up and code is a beautiful day, and today is one of those days. And you know why it's beautiful? Because all you beautiful people are here. You guys are here, ready to code. Got my coding hats on right away. Thank you guys so much for those. Thank you. Congratulations on your #1 Freedom Forge Studios. Congratulations on your #1 Dev Dad, Captain Anosa. Thank you guys so much for the raid. If you guys don't know Captain Anosa, we're gonna get shout outs to both of you. Captain Anosa, how was your stream? Tell us all about it. If you got a raid and run, no worries, my friend. I know the Dev Dad had to raid and run. It's on dad duty. Caden, it's just a few hats. It's not our record yet. We don't have a hat stack overflow happening. It is quite a few hats though. It's true. 1 hat, 2 hat, 3 hat, 4 hat, 5 hat, 6 hat, 7 hat. There's another one right there. 8, 9, 10. We're on hat number 11 right now. We're 11 hats deep, so we got a few hats left. You guys want, get those bonus points, exclamation point here. Dukasoft wants another hat. Not enough hats for Dukasoft. Let's get another hat. We got 12 hats. 12 hats. There we go. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for that. Let's just make sure they're on there. The unstable hat. We got 12 hats. Let's get 13 hats on here. 13 hats. Hat number 13. Well, 14 hats. Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat. 14 hats. 14 hats. Here we go. Hat number 14. All right. This one's the key hat. This is the hat that binds them all together. Thank you for the hats. Pohinak, welcome to the stream, my friend. You'll get there. I'm not an affiliate, but exclamation points to see how many points you had. No hack, no skills. No hat, no skills. It's true. It's true, folks. Thank you guys so much. One hat to bind them all. 14 hats for the Dwarven Lords. Your poor jaw. It's okay. It's okay. No one wants to hear me talk anyway. No one wants to hear. If I put it in there real tight, no one can even hear me talk. I can't even move my hand. You can't hear me? Can you guys understand what I'm saying? It's okay. We're just going to keep it like this. We're going to drink our coffee right through our teeth. That coffee's good. All right, let's listen a little bit. A little too tight. But yeah, we put this on here so we can, oh yeah, really move around, make it sit, oh yeah. I really got to get a microphone so you guys can hear all the crickling, all the crackling. It's good for my neck, I'm sure. This is all our one Optimus wanted. It's true hat tech. There you go, Tuner Nerds. You know exactly what we're talking about. When you know exactly what we're talking about, thank you guys so much for being here. I wasn't expecting such a rush. I did, Captain Enosa, chat with repeating this since you had a great stream today on the last crunch of the Game Jam. Let's go. You got under less than 24 hours left for the Pirate Jam 15, right? All right, chat, folks in chat. I know we're gonna be a little bit biased because a lot of you guys are coming from the Dev Dad. There's a little bit of debate going on over at the Dev Dad on the date format. Should the date format be year? So if someone says, when is your birthday? When is your birthday? What do you say? I would say my birthday is July 30th. July 30th. Some people say it would be the 23rd of June. Okay. July 30th is what we say in America. Captain Enosa, if someone asked you for your birthday, that's what you would say out loud to them. The exact... a date format is a file format. I agree with you on that one. But if someone asked you what is the day of your birthday, what do you say? 30th of July, 3 July. Freedom Forge says 3 July. Doesn't say 3rd of July or July the 3rd. Just 3 July. Let's go chat. I say April 16, 2007. That's not bad, Kaden. That's sort of like where I'm at on it. I think it's kind of, as long as you're communicating the point, I think it's better. I don't know if there's an actual correct round. Oh, verbally July 3rd. Gotcha. In Dutch, we'd say 23 Juni. 23 Juni. Interesting. I say, I'm not telling you my birthday. Get out of here. No, what? You don't need to know that. That's not public information. It's private information. Get out of here. You don't need it. Yeah, so we're having a little bit of a debate over there. We couldn't quite figure out who was right, who was wrong. I think everyone, look, everyone's right in their own way. Everyone's correct in their own way. Folks, we're only 2 hats away from a hat stack overflow. We're 14 hats in. We only got 2 hats left. Do we get a present? Dukasoft, sure. Let's give everyone a present. Points for being here to witness this momentous occasion. 500 points to all you beautiful people. Come on. You guys, get 3 more hat redeems. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. All right, folks, what are we working on today? It's Tedious Sloth with the hat. Akira with the bonus hat. Let's get 1 more hat. There's the 3rd one. 1 hat. All right, that's our last. We have 1 more hat, so that's 15. Hat number 16, folks. Hat number 16. Fodai with another hat. Hat number 15. All right. Oh, sorry, no, this is hat number 16. Hat number 16. Let's get that's a big hat. We have the 1 hat to bind them and 1 hat to rule them all. 1 hat to rule them all. Thank you so much for this hat there. There we go. There we go. So this is hat number 16. It's glorious. And we have a hat stack overflow. Someone redeemed a hat. We don't have any more hats to go. So it's over, folks. We're all out of hats. I'm all out of hats. I'm so lost without them. I guess I'll have to program without a hat today. But then Fodai did another hat. So we got to get the hat stack started over, folks. Hat stack started over. Thank you so much for the hats, everybody. There we go. Got to start wearing board games, Kaden says. Kaden, you might be onto something. Fodai game, that's okay. We're back to 1 hat. So really, this is just an overflow error. You can think of this as hat number 18. Hat number 18. Typical off by 1, that's right. All right, folks, what are we working on today? What does my what button say? We are designing a class project. It's true. Give me just a second. Don't go anywhere. I gotta, I'm still a little sick. I gotta clear my throat just a second. Bear with me just for a moment here. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for bearing with me, everybody. We got ourselves a nice bean water. Oh, yeah. I hope everyone's got your beverage with you. I've got decaf coffee today. I've decided to go caffeine-free for several weeks or so. All through September, we're going to be caffeine-free. And I told you guys I got an eye twitch. And so I'm trying to see if the caffeine was it. Now, we'll earn points and build that hat stack against Sidian, and thus the cycle repeats. So I hope everyone has their fuel with them. Take a nice sip. Get yourself some hydration. Keep yourself hydrated as well. Oh yeah, and then we're gonna dive right in here, folks. We're gonna dive in. I want to do a quick promotion before we hop in. Don't forget, Captain Coder and Practical NPC are hosting the Solo Dev Game Jam number 4. It's a game jam where you are competing to, in 72 hours, what kind of game can you make in 72 hours completely solo? No, just you. It's just you. Eye twitch is a combination of too much caffeine and dehydration. Definitely not the dehydration. I was thinking it was the caffeine or, and so I cut back on the caffeine. We're gonna see if it goes away. I don't feel like I'm drinking that much. Can I make a coin flip? The Georgester wants to coin flip. What are we coin flipping for? Or you just want to flip a coin in general? There was anyone new in the stream? I'm so sorry if I missed you, but welcome in. Omni, how the heck have you been, folks? Don't forget to go check out Omni Digital. My slash key is broken. Omni Digital. One of the sponsors of Capcoder's Learn Your Game Jam. Be sure to give him some love. Incredible human being, amazing streamer. As in solo div, can I make a coin flip? Sure, a coin flipping game. There will be a theme. It's just not out yet. There's nothing wrong with a coin flipping game. You can make whatever you want. You can make a game about a dog living in a log with his friend Hog down in the bog. I'm out of words that end with OG though. But yeah, make any type of game you want. I bet I could make Unity start by that time. Dragon Spirit Games, Unity, probably could get Unity to start up by that time. This is true. An hour long, it's just a game that says loading. It's just loading the game, an interactive loading screen. The whole thing is just getting the game to load. That would be ridiculous. That'd be hilarious. But just barely, yeah. Okay, what are we doing? Don't forget to check out the Solo Game Jam, hosted by myself and Practical NPC. We're continuing to work on and we're almost done with it. This is the project we've been working on with our students. It's a monster maker. We've got a monster maker. We're almost done with it. So we can select our different components. So let's make a monster together, folks. Let's do it. We're gonna make a monster. I wanna have this egg shape. Lance with another hat. Thank you for the hat. We had a hat stack overflow already, Lance. The next spore, that's right, the Georgester. That's right, thank you for the hat. So we can change the color as well. Let's give this guy a nice green color, add it to our swatches so we can reuse that. Let's make one of these arms here. But he has more viewers in 1 minute than I do. We got the double raid, the good old double raid came in. The theme has not been decided yet on Shui. On Shul, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. On Shul, it'll be announced on August 23rd. August 23rd for the jam. So I'm gonna make it this color, but we're gonna lighten it up a little bit. So the body's gonna be darker than the rest of this creature. Let's give him one of these arms here, like so. Let's give him. This is my favorite. These are my favorite legs. Yeah, give him that leg. Give him that leg. Give him this leg. We're gonna make him dancing, so we're gonna take this rotation, move it out here. Let's move that out a little bit. We'll move it up. Let's take this arm here. Let's flip it and rotate it up. Yeah, buddy, look at this guy go. Look at this guy go. Thank you so much for your lurk and work, Foda. I hope it's productive. I hope you're able to make some progress on whatever it is you're working on. That game reminds me of when we used to use sidewalk chalk to draw these little monsters IRL. Yeah, that's awesome. We got some fighters kind of working for the Start Hauler update. Let's go. They're able to maneuver toward a stationary point, nav toward anything targets. He's a superhero. Look. I got lucky with today. Let's change this snot. Let's give him, what do we think? A bigger snot or no snot? folks, do we want a big snot or no snot or a small snot? What type of mouth do we want? Let's get the mouth here. Give him this mouth. Ooh. Let's put it off to the side. Put it off to the side like this and rotate it a little bit so the mouth feels a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that mouth. That mouth is almost perfect. Put it off. Oh, look at him go. Look at him go. Can you make monster generator that use strings for random seed? And then we see ooh, a random generator would be super cool. That's so, snot should be a slightly different color so that it is visible. Ooh, that's a good idea. Can I make this? Let's see if we can make this snot. The snot's harder to color because it's not white. But let's add it. Oh, there we go. We can add some color to it. What do we think? What do we think? How's that? How do we do? How do we do? And he has hats. Oh, we gotta give him hats. Now we add some accessories in. Let's change the nose. I like this little nose here. Maybe this nose. I like the red nose best. The red nose is pretty good. Let's rotate it a little bit. Like that. Let's go back to our snot. We'll move it back over. Move it down a little. Over. Ooh, maybe it's dripping down the side like that. Oh yeah, perfect. TDS, congratulations on your number 18, folks. Don't forget exclamation point here. Get those bonus points for the day. Kovalaki Dev Mashup. Wonderful to see you guys. We can make an eye snot, make it dripping out of the eye. Make an eye, make it a tear. Make it a tear. We could also make it, we can't move the position up high enough. I was gonna say we could stick it to the finger maybe. Make it a little bit of earwax, maybe. Have it dripping out of the ear. We could also just get rid of it. We could have no snot. It's snot. Do we want snot or no snot? We can get rid of it. We can hide it. We can hide it. Give it the old hidey. Let's change our eyes. Oh, I like that eye. What do you guys think? There we go. There we go. I like that one. Let's go with those eyes, and then we'll make them looking that way. Yeah, make this like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get rid of these, get rid of the eyebrows, I think. Let's get rid of the eyebrows. Yeah, I like it better without the eyebrows. Or maybe one big unibrow. Give him a unibrow. Get rid of the eyebrows. There we go. God, I'm going. We want a round of Q-list already. Dev Mashup. Let's go. Let's go. We're getting a round of Q-list in here. You know I love me a round of Q-list. Let me go ahead and move some stuff real quick so we can do it more easily. We're gonna finish drawing our little guy here. Then we're gonna play a round of Q-list. How's that sound, Dev Mashup? Is that okay? Can we finish drawing this dude real quick? We got this. Give him some ears. Ooh, I like the ears. I like the ears. Let's make these green. Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Maybe this color here needs to be slightly different. Or this one here. Maybe be a little bit. There we go. What do we think? How do we do? How do we do? Dev Mashup, not enough points. You'll get there. You'll get there. It's okay. You got a round of Q-list coming. If we win the round of Q-list, you'll have enough points. That's just how it works. That's how that cookie crumbles. It looks good, Cab Dram. Looks like it. Beautiful pig ears. That's what we're... Here, let's make him a little pink. Let's make him pink. Light pink. There we go. Now they're pig ears. Add that swatch in. Boom. Easy peasy, huh? Easy peasy, huh? Let's make him a little piggy. Perfect. Perfect. We'll make this a little bit darker. Make the arms a little darker. I like it. Yeah, so the one feature I want to add in here that's missing, that I want to add for the project, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pull it off, is I want to be able to... There we go. So students would be able to add sliders for scaling stuff. How'd you get that picture of me, that gamer? Don't you remember you sent this to me? You sent this to me. Yeah, the line dripping down the cheek. We'll see, but we got a little monster going on in here. It's pretty cool. My students are gonna have super fun with this. I want to make it so that, and I don't know if this is gonna be possible. I want my students to be able to click an export button. Exactly, and have it export as a PNG file, like an image file that they can share. I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull that off. I'm not quite sure how to do it. I have some ideas, but I've never done it in Godot. So we're gonna have to figure that out as we go, you know. Cypher Enigma, it's wonderful to see you here, my friend Kovalaki, Dev Mashup, you guys are all incredible. We're gonna play a round of Q-List. Let's get it in, folks. Anyone who's not familiar with Q-List, it's a game we like to play here. There's a game we like to play here called Q-List. Q-List. There's no Q's in this game. It's a crossword solitaire puzzle game. We love it. We love it here. We take these dice. There's 12 dice here with letters on them. We can get 3 vowels if we're lucky. We're guaranteed 2 vowels. Sometimes we only get 3. Sometimes we only get 2. We can get 2. Sorry, we can get 3, but we're guaranteed 2. 2 A's. We got all these other letters to work with. We got a C, L, R, C. Z is going to be a tough one. You got N's, F, P, P. Okay. So our goal here is to connect all of these together in a continuous grid, like a crossword. The one rule is that they all have to be at least 3 letters long. So the word pa, although a legal Scrabble word, a legal word, is not a legal Q-list word. Clan, let's get started with clan there. C-L-A-N. I want to point out that we do have a Z, so it's going to be important to come up with a word to do the Z with. We might even start off with zap. Zap might be an okay one to go with here, but we're going to have to come up with some more off of that. We got one other letter. Long words are really, really helpful. Q-list, let's go. That's right, Zap. We're going to get it in. Thank you so much for the redeem here, Dev Mashup. We're going to get this. We're going to get going here. So if anyone sees some letters that they want us to put together, let us know. If you see any words here, we got Zap, Clan. What else? We got one extra A over here. Nope, we don't have any O's. We can't do a nope. No E's either. I missiled you. You missiled me. All right, CR could potentially be a good start off. CR, CL. Start is terrible with cap. We could do a cap here, and then we're going to be in a little bit of trouble here because there's nothing else to come off of this yet. 2 C's maybe. 2 C's together sometimes can be useful to use them up. Frap. Is frap a word? Can someone double check if frap is a word? We might be able to put that off here somewhere. It's a little bit challenging. Farp. I don't know if farp is a word. I think frap is a word though. Flack is not valid. I think that's a file format. Let's check. We got to check the Scrabble dictionary. If we check the Scrabble dictionary and it says it's okay, it's okay. But that's the dictionary that we use. Scrabble dictionary. Let's go pull it up here. Let's see what it says. F-L-A-C-C. Flack is not a valid Scrabble word, just a file format, a video format. C-L-S-A-N and frap. C-L-S-A-N, is that a word? What is that word? It's C-L-S-A-N. C-L-S-A-N is not a valid Scrabble word. But we do have frap, so we could put clan and frap here. Like so. We got this Z, which is going to make things difficult. We could swap out with plan here. Packin'. Packin's not quite a word. C clan, we could do canned. We could do flan. Flan, fan. This A here is getting a little bit troublesome. I wish we could get this a little bit further out here. No O's, just A's. The 2 A's. Zap. Yeah, I'm thinking zap is what we might have to do here to get through this challenge. I really wish we had an ER. Czar. Ooh, czar. Excellent word, Dramux. Carp. Carp. We could do a carp somewhere. Can we get... Lan is also a word. We could just have lan here. Clan. And then do carp. C-A-R-P. We might do... It might be okay to do... Oh, here we go. Here it is. Crap and fan. Oh no, this isn't a word. That's a P. Czar. All right, we don't have... I thought we had it. Need an R for czar. Yeah, zap. Zap is what we had in there. Czar's a good one. Plan, maybe. Oh, that makes this a little bit harder to come off here. Zap ain't a word. Yeah, I'm sorry. We almost had it. Czar. We're close. This is looking dire. Last time we thought we were dire too. We managed to finish. Can. Calf. Calf is a word. If we can pull this out, so we could do czar. Calf. I don't know if that's helpful. Carpal. Paul. And then we could do zap. And then can. And then we got this FN left up. PFPA. Plaza. Plaza might be another one we could use. Plaza I like because it uses up that Z. Let's try plaza. 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 Car. Can. Cap. Can't get calf in here now. P-fan. Rap. We could do rap. Rap over here. Carp. I like carp in this way. Yeah, carp is good. We're in trouble. This one's tough. CNN. Yeah, we can't get CNN in there. User not taken. Unfortunately, CNN won't work. Flavius, welcome back as well. Carp is good. Fan. All right. And now we're stuck with the C in the end. The C in the end. This one's tough. Carpal was another one that we had going there for a moment that we could come off of. We might end up with another Q-less Hall of Shame on this one, folks. Flavius, thank you for the hat. Let's get a hat added to the stack here. Thank you for the hat. Laud and good. There's no O's, no W's. Does PC count? They all have to be 3 letters. 3-letter word minimum. Tedious. Sloth. Thank you for that hat. Let's get another hat added to the stack. There it is. Yeah, so I don't think PC counts, but it's also not a valid word. We need another vowel. PCN? Let's double check. I don't think that one's gonna work for us, Dev Mashup. Let's check the Scrabble. PCN is not a playable Scrabble word, so we can't do PCN. Can I really want NPC? NPC may actually be a valid Scrabble word. Let's find out. NPC is not a valid Scrabble word. Oh, that's too bad. I was excited about that one. We're so close. Yeah, folks. CNC, let's see. I don't think it is for us. We are doing game dev. Yes, CNC. Also not a valid Scrabble word. Yeah, it's too bad. Framp. We could do France. We almost got Frank. I think Frank is technically a word. Frank is a playable word. All right, and maybe they'll accept Cap'n. Like captain, like there's an apostrophe there. Hang on, we might, folks. Cap'n is not a playable word. So we have one N left over here. We're so close. RNC doesn't count. I know, that's what I was saying. Incredibro Cap'n with the apostrophe there. Franc here, FRANC, is a type of currency. It's a former it's a currency of France before it used to be what they used in France. Franc. Planar. We could do planar. Then we got to do something with all of these now. Zap could come over here. Then we have to do something with these letters, which makes that hard. We were close there. Yeah, Zarf. Let's see if Zarf is a word. I don't think Zarf is a word. Zarf is totally a word. A metal holder for a coffee cup. So Zarf is a word. Today I learned. All right, Flavius, we got Zarf is a word. We had another one. Zoinks and Zarf. Exactly. All All right, so Zarf apparently is a word. Thank you. All right, Zarf. Can we use some other stuff here? Scooby-Doo, yeah, apparently. Lazar, yeah, Lazar. Pretty sure that's how we spell Lazar, right? Laser spelt with a Z. Laser. Yes, laser, that's how we spell it. It's not with an S. Yeah, laser is spelled with a Z, not with an S. It turns out you can do it with both, but I think the original is with a Z. So Lazar is a valid word. This is unsolvable. Do you think it's unsolvable? It's tough. It's definitely tough. All right, Incredibro, we're gonna give this another 2 minutes, and we might call it. We might have to call it as we might have to put out a bounty for this. Is this the completion? We can do a can. We can do a pan. And then we're stuck with PFC, Lazar. We did manage to get down to one letter. I can't remember how we got there. But we did do it. All right, folks. Yet another Q-less. It's sad we've had 2 failures this week. We've been on a roll, and suddenly we're having lots of failures. It's because we're missing Smab. Canal. We can do canal. Zarf. Hang on. Canal, Zarf. Can technically is a word that we could do. Can is a word, and then we got palp. Is palp a word? I don't think palp's a word. Can is a legal Scrabble word. Can. Yeah, it's a type of dance. Yeah, palp. Yo, we did it! Folks, we did it. Palp is a word. I was pretty sure it was. I wasn't sure if it could be used by itself. I thought it might have to be palped or palping. I wasn't sure palp was a word by itself. Folks, we done did it. We got can, Zarf, and palp with the luck coming in clutch. That gamer coming in clutch here. Points. Add that gamer. 250. Sheesh, stress level burning solved. We done did it. Tedious sloth. Easy peasy, am I right? Easy peasy. Let's get a screenshot of this so we can add this to the Q-less Hall of Fame. This one was brutal. All right, copy to clipboard. Let's go ahead and switch. Thank you for the hat, Flavius. Let's do it. Let's get another hat added to the stack. You know I love it. You know I need it. Never thought palp, not gonna lie. Yeah, we lucked into that one. If I'm being honest. All right, palp. Let's get this added to our Q-less Hall of Fame. Q-less Hall of Fame, pasted, beautiful. This one was tough. I think it might be fun. Not me, Patrick. Patrick with the hat. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Sorry for the misname there. Make sure I got all of my dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put them back up. Thank you guys so much for the round of kills. We managed to make it. For being here, for making it all the way through that. 500 points to all you beautiful people. Thank you so much for the bonus hat, Patrick. Let's go. We got Patrick with the bonus hat. Dev mashup. Are we going to get 2 hat stack overflows in the first hour? Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat added to the stack. Beautiful. We already had 1 hat stack overflow. We might get another. Lance with another bonus hat. Let's do it. You guys, thank you guys so much for all your love. Thank you for the love. It's raining hats. Hallelujah. Incredibro, you almost got it. Maybe someday. Yeah, we got this from Krasenstein. The incredible Krasenstein gave this one to me as a gift. Folks, if you guys know Krasenstein, be sure to hit Krasenstein. Do I have to type the whole thing? Stein? Hang on, Krasenstein. There it is. Go give Krasenstein some love. Incredible human. He is the maker of this game called World of Grimm. I need to change that link. The Kickstarter was a success, Gotta go check it out on Kickstarter. We get another hat added to the stack. Thank you for another hat. Yes, another hat. Here we go. There we go. Thank you for the hat. Love you guys. No glitches in the Matrix today. That's right. That's right. The Matrix, we're keeping it together. All right, so our monster maker is coming together. I'm going to turn this into a class assignment. My goal is to have this project write-up done by Thursday. We have the basics of the project working here. We can change these things, can swap out the body parts. I really like this shape here. This one's pretty good too, but my favorite one is, ooh, this one's not bad. This one's not bad, but we can swap out all these body parts here so students are learning about how to do some of these fun little things here, making these fun little creatures. Let's bring that arm in a little bit, but they can swap these things out. It's super fun. Let's move that up. That arm looks funny down there. Move that arm up a little bit. This guy looks so sad. Looks so sad to be in such a happy pose. Let's switch that mouth around. There we go. We'll make him happy. There it is. There it is. Turn that frown upside down. Move it out a little bit. There it is. There it is. Look, he's just a happy little guy. Look at the guy. He's just happy to be here. So Dramux, we could. So this is the basic project I'm going to go with. It'd be really easy to add in scale knobs. So the goal in this project is to teach students some of the basics and then sort of let them run wild with it. Let them run wild with it. Like I said, the one last thing I really want to, and maybe we'll add scale in ourselves, but these are the important ones to control a variety of different things. Learn about sliders, learn about text box entries, learn about these buttons. We want to learn about the old flippy flop. Oh, flip doesn't work on that. Is that true? Or is it, it's flipping on the X, so it's hard to see. It is flipping, it's just symmetrical. There it is. Okay, I'm done. Look at him go. We flipped on the Y, we can turn that upside down. I like it. Oh, it's really easy. Oh, I already have that. Check it out. Turn off the body part. We don't want that body part, just turn it off. And to turn it back on, you just click it again. Turn it back on. There you go. We got that. We got it here. So when you hover over these things, it highlights them. So we have that. We might make another little drop down where you can select those. So one thing we might do instead of having these hover is just have a button to select it. So it'll be like a little ear button and then a toggle that turns off selectors. So yeah, I do have the ability to do that. We thought of that one. We can even give this guy, look, one red eye, one pink eye, like that. Ooh, and one big eye. Look, there we go. What do you guys think of that? What do you think of that? Well, I like that. Ooh, even better. Perfect. Easy. Could have tabs like the MMO character creation. Yeah. So I took the tabs out because it was a little bit awkward to select between them. Because it was, so having a tab or a button to select between them is kind of awkward to get them connected properly. Our initial iteration, TDS, was to have everything in tabs to select through. And this actually just made it a little bit easier. So there was the problem is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There were 12 tabs. Oh, no worries. TDS, welcome into the stream. No worries at all. Our initial, backseat coding is totally welcome here. This project is completely open source. So if you want to go look at it and take a crack at it. So yeah, but if you look, we originally had that. I just have it turned off here. We originally did all of this using tab containers. It's probably going to break if I try and do this, but that was our initial attempt was using tab containers so we could switch between. Now it's all broken now. I should go delete it. But originally we were using these tab containers. It was just super awkward. And so I decided to change it. You want to see a weird animal? Is it a capybara? Dev mashup, what type of animal is it? Send it along. All right, let's get a commit in here. I should have taken a screenshot, but I want to make it so we can take screenshots so we can save these things. A red-lipped batfish. Ooh, not heard of this one. I've not heard of this one. Get status, get add, get commit, and fix. We're gonna say remove removed unused tab panels. Like that. There we go. Remove unused tab panels. Perfect. Let's go. Moving from Unity, just got here to hang out and learn. Well, I'm glad you're with us, TS. You can also, if you're interested, we have a lot of people in our community on our Discord as well who are learning Godot, who know Godot, and who also know Unity. So I actually am coming from Unity. This is my process. I happen to be teaching a class this fall on Godot. So this is a class project I'm creating. One thing I want to do next, and I'm not sure how to do this, is I want to add in an export button. I want to add in a button that we can press that will allow us to take a screenshot of this section here. So I have some ideas on how to do it. I want to create a texture off of a camera, and I'm not 100% sure how to do it. Yeah, that's what I was asking you about viewport, Zaft. Have you ever done anything with it? Awesome. Welcome into the Discord, TS. If you ever have any questions, feel free to post in there, hang out. We also do some voice chats sometimes. I know how to do it in Unity as well, Dramel. I know how to do it in Unity. I'm not sure how to do it here. But I think we can do it with viewports. I think we can do it with viewports. We're going to find out. So I'm going to do a little bit of a search here. Basically, the part you want to screenshot needs to be a child of the viewport. So do I need to make a viewport, or can I just say, well, I want, technically everything's part of a viewport, right? Maybe you should make your own image file format. The .cap, that'd be tricky. Basically what I want to do is I want to take everything that is visible inside of this, take a screenshot. The root scene is a viewport. Okay. Can I have it? So what I could then put that inside of the child here. All right, so I'm gonna need a viewport. View. So I need a viewport and then a viewport container. A container used for displaying contents of a sub viewport. Because I can't just make a viewport. It has to be a sub viewport, I believe. Let's go find. Yeah, viewport window, pop up. Yeah, oops, that's not what I want. I want to create a sub viewport interface to a game world that doesn't create a window or draw on the screen directly. I wonder if I could make it in a separate window. That would be interesting. If it doesn't draw to the screen directly, I really want it to draw to a file. Infinite Coder, congratulations on your number 22. Welcome in, and JJackTTV. It's wonderful to see you, my friend. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day out there, wherever you happen to be. Hope it's a beautiful Tuesday for you. Do I need to make a copy of this? Game object. That's the thing. I want to, maybe I can make a copy of it, put it into the viewport, and then have this displayed somewhere. Let's go read about viewports. I don't know enough. Viewports, Godot. Why is it like that? Let's switch to Godot Engine 4. It's interesting that I brought it up. Using viewports. Think of a viewport as a screen onto which the game is projected. In order to see the game, we need to have a surface on which to draw it. The surface is the root viewport. Sub-viewports are a kind of viewport that can be added to the scene so that there are multiple surfaces to draw on. When we are drawing to a sub-viewport, we can call it a render target. We can access the contents of a render target by accessing its corresponding texture. And so if I can get it to a texture, I know I can turn it into an image. By using a sub viewport as a render target, we can either render multiple scenes simultaneously, or we can render to a viewport texture, which is applied to an object in the scene, for example, a dynamic skybox. rendering dynamic textures, generating procedural textures at runtime. What all these use cases have in common is that you are given the ability to draw objects to a texture as if it were another screen and can then choose what to do with the resulting texture. Another kind of viewport in Godot are windows. They allow their contents to be projected onto a window, while the root viewport is a window. They are less flexible. If you want to use texture of a viewport, you'll be working with sub-viewports most of the time. Viewports are also responsible for delivering properly adjusted and scaled input events to their children nodes. By default, sub-viewports don't automatically receive input unless they receive it from their direct sub-viewport container. Parent node. In this case, input can be disabled with the disable input property. Listener, Godot supports 3D sound, so I don't need this. Cameras. When using a camera 3D or 2D, it will always display on the closest parent viewport, going towards the root. For example, the following hierarchy. Camera A will display on the root viewport and it will display mesh A. Camera B will be captured by the sub viewport along with mesh B, even though mesh B is in the scene hierarchy, will not be drawn to the root viewport. Similarly, mesh A will not be visible from the sub viewport because sub viewports only capture nodes below them in the hierarchy. Enjoy your lurk and work, tedious. There can only be one active camera per viewport, so if there is more than one, make sure that the desired one has the current property set. Okay, I'm wondering is there a way, so it sounds kind of like I need to add a camera to this. So it'll be like our render camera or something. And then I kind of want to add, I want my monster to be in this sub viewport, but then I kind of still need to have it be rendered on here. So I'm wondering if, in the end, this is what you would call viewport method get texture. Render target. When visible, clear target. Something that's interesting. So I want, so this would be 512 by 512, so we can sort of set this thing here. Let's see if we can do this with just a single, I'm gonna start off with just a body. Rather than trying to do it with everything, let's start with just a body sprite. And I want to render this somewhere. It kind of feels, I still kind of want to be able to click on it. What's interesting is the camera, the sub viewport. Ah, there it is. You see, I can see this sort of in the top left corner there. Right there. Hamza, sorry, not Hamaz, Hamza Concepts. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a beautiful Tuesday. I'm having a beautiful Tuesday. Is there a way to keep this window open, like have multiple inspectors? I would like to be able to edit the properties of this while also viewing this sub viewport. Because I think this is in the top left, but if I were to move this over 256, I might need to do a minus there. Then we get that in the center. Yeah, center-ish. Okay. Can I add in a viewport container? Let's add this in here. Do I need to have, this doesn't have a sub viewport as a child. Okay. Okay, so we can see that. I'm wondering if, can I interact with this thing? So I have this here. If I can just put the following are new on disk. Would you like to be taken? Reload. Dev mashup. I'm learning Godot. I'm not 100% Godot by any means. I'm not 100% any engine. I still want to learn about Unreal Engine. I'm a big fan of Phaser if I'm doing stuff with JavaScript. So no, I'm not 100% Godot dev. What is my error here? I actually really like Unity, so no, don't get mad at me, anyone. It's been a great Tuesday. Nothing much happening, just working on some designs. Yeah, so I've done a lot of stuff in Unity. Can I? Okay, the parent of this must be. All right, let's take this instead. Yeah, we don't shame anyone for any of their Phaser is a JavaScript game framework, is what we should say. All right, so notice I can't hover over this. One thing I want, let's see, if I go to my sub viewport, there's a thing about inputs on it in the documentation. UI disable input. So input isn't set to on. I would like to be able to interact with this. Right, so I want to be able to interact with this thing. Maybe it's just in a bad spot. Viewport container. That might be one of our answers, would be to make it so that way I can, we might also just copy that into, we might be able to just copy the whole thing in and then render it somewhere. I wonder how I might do something like that. Yeah, so we have our viewport here. That's interesting that it puts it, when I run it, ends up being in the center. I don't think these will be connected. Yeah, they're not linked. We might be able to do something where we link it together. All right, what I want to do is I want to see if I can export, if I can get this into a sub viewport and take that texture and save that texture as a PNG, I'll be pretty happy. Because that means I can take this thing, copy all of the contents, just take the child, copy all the contents into this sub viewport. All right, so I could do this. Let me turn off that. Hopefully that's okay. Let's take our monster. We'll put it in our sub viewport. Do we have, none of these should have unique names. It didn't render it. That's interesting. I'm a little surprised by that. It renders the body. Why doesn't it render? Yeah. So if I could get this though. All right, so we're gonna look at potentially taking a viewport and rendering it out. It's true. Monster Maker makes a monster makes Monster Maker. Say that 10 times fast. Monster makes Monster Maker. Monster makes Monster Maker. Monster makes Monster Maker. Monster makes Monster Maker. Stygian, it's true. It's true. I am a monster. Okay. I want to. Can always make this be always as well. And then have this, can I have this rendered to a, really want my camera. I want to be able to add a second camera. Yeah, we're not talking about politics. Thank you for asking. Yeah, thank you for asking. It's a little bit off topic. If for some reason it came up, we might discuss it a little bit, but I wouldn't bring it up. I appreciate you asking if it's okay first. All right, let's add a button. Button. And this button, I'm gonna say export I'll just move it down here for now. It's just a random button we can add to the screen so that I can click it. Yeah, okay. I want to click this export button. We're gonna add this, just a sample script. Test, we'll call this export button. All right, export button. It's gonna have a reference to our sub viewport. Like that. I haven't played much Minecraft. I have maybe 50 hours in Minecraft, something like that. And we'll do a function. Make it so that when we press this button pressed. Go ahead and just connect it to this button. On pressed. Sub viewport.texture. Get texture. Let's see here. How do, GD script save texture as PNG. I wonder if this is something we can easily do. Image texture. From file, create from image. I want to go the other way. Load. I can load from an image. Texture, GDScript texture to PNG. Maybe we might ask Jippity for this. Let's see what this says. Load texture, create an image object, and copy the data. Save texture, create an image, save PNG. Okay. This feels like maybe not correct. Texture.save. What is the type of this? The viewport texture. Image. It's interesting that I'm saying this. This seems to be a minor hallucination. Image texture. A texture based on an image. Create, load from file, create from image. I don't have an image yet, right? So I have a texture. I would like to, and this is an image texture. Sorry, no, this is not an image texture. This is a viewport texture. Okay. So I have a viewport texture. Start to a fun morning if you're hallucinating only an hour and desist. It's true. Welcome back, darling. Get image. Okay. Dot save PNG. And then where is this path relative? Image, export dot PNG. I don't know what this is gonna do. This returns an error. I don't know what the path is. User // where is user // go? Question, where is user // go? Is this like my documents folder? Project has a user folder in it? All right, let's try this. Okay, how do I get to my project folder? There's an open user project in open user data. Export. Okay, that's a start. Okay, so we can export these. Can I do it with a transparent background? That's the next question. Can I do it with a transparent background? So let's go look at our viewport, see if there's a background. Yeah, so I really want to be able to export transparent background on. Here we go. Export. Let's go. Let's go. We have a transparent background. Okay, so there's a couple, really, I would like to do it to where we hit export, it just does it. Something that I'm I would like to be able to do is just come through and copy. Okay. Let's try a thing. Get rid of this body. Duplicate our monster here. Okay, duplicated the monster. Transform. Let's put it at 0, 0. Export. Let's go. Let's go. We got an exporter. We got an exporter. So the simplest thing in my mind to do is simply copy this monster object into our sub viewport and then render it. Yeah, easy. That's in my mind, the simplest thing to do. A better solution would potentially be to make it so that we're actually interacting with this, but for some, I don't know how to do that. So one thing that would be nice, there is no bonus. You're looking for a bonus hat. Bonus hat. You can find the commands down below. But yeah, we got a bonus hat if you want to do that. I also think we can do it without having a camera here. That's interesting that I don't have a camera and we still see it. What does the export look like there? Puts it in the top left. That's interesting. All right, so the camera might actually be important, but instead maybe we don't need a view container. Okay, let's try this. Congratulations on number 23, Redston. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Get texture as null. Did I not set it to always? Update mode always. Ooh, we do have to have this. Can I disable? Can I make it not visible? Okay. Ooh, if it's not visible, we don't see it. We have to like turn it on. This is interesting. I would like to be able to. Oh no, hang on. It's because oh, it is on always. Clear voice, next frame. Redston's going for it, just building him up, biding the time. Is there a clear color? We have clear mode, update mode. I could, I could be cheeky, I think, and do this. Let's see. I can move it off screen. Yeah, so if I have it not on the screen, it still renders. It can't be not visible, which is interesting. Just to double check, I deleted that. Okay. So this is kind of a cheaty, hacky way to do it. I would prefer to be able to interact with this viewport. So what I'm surprised by, handle input locally, maybe? Hang on. I don't know what that means. I would like to be able to just interact with it. Redoni, welcome into the stream. Yeah, I can't interact with this. Maybe if I put it here. Hang on, let's hide our monster here. So I'd like to be able to click on this. You'll also notice that we do get some artifacts like the aliasing and stuff. We can see that. I don't know if you guys can see it. I can see it on my screen. There's aliasing based on the texture size. Yeah, so I have like this game object. The game object I can interact with. Right, so if it's a game object, when I put it in this sub viewport, I can no longer interact with it. I'm curious. Input. The easiest way I would like to be able to do it. Responsible for delivering properly adjusted and scaled input events to their children nodes. By default, don't automatically receive input unless they receive it from their sub-view container. In this case, input can be disabled. All right, so unless they receive it from their sub-viewport container. So this input shortcut context. All right, let's go look at sub-viewport container. Sub-viewport container, Godot. Propagate inputs. Forwards mouse enter and mouse exit notifications to its sub-viewports. Changing to sub-viewport controller size. The one I'm interested in is input. Let's look at the input here. Method to be implemented by the user. If it returns true, the event is propagated to the sub-viewport. What if I search for input? Propagate. The node, which must be the parent of the focused control, for the shortcut to be activated. If null, the shortcut can be activated with any control. Okay, so I'm going to assign this to... Would I not assign it to my sub viewport? Oh, this is hard to see because it's all expanded. This here. Still not forwarding it. Or I'm not seeing it forwarded. Sub viewport container shortcut context. Congratulations on number 24, Dodling. Have a beautiful day, Dev Mashup. Thank you so much for the lurk. You know I appreciate it. As always, keep coding, keep growing, keep being the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime. Fresh meat. Congratulations on your number 25. Not too shabby. I want... focus mode, stretch, bool, propagate. How do I actually do the propagation though? Or am I doing this incorrectly? Should it be on... So I'm not sure what to put in here for the shortcut context. Or if I need this set at all. Mouse. Has it pass? So these are interactable. I want to have this receive input. I handle input locally. It's not getting any inputs there. Sub viewport. Viewport and canvas transform, screen capture demo, dynamic screen split, 2D and 3D, 3D and 2D. Using viewports. Could the other containers at the bottom stop it? We can turn them off. They shouldn't because they're off to the left, but let's disable them. It's a good guess, wind. Yeah, I'm not sure. And I could just be misunderstanding. I'm imagining there's just some setting I need to specify here to make it go through. So in our documentation specifically for sub viewport, using viewports, it says our viewports responsible for delivering properly adjusted and scaled input events to their children nodes. By default, sub viewports don't automatically receive input unless they receive it from their direct sub viewport container parent node. In this case, input. For more information on how Godot handles input, see the event tutorial. So I think there's something here that I'm not understanding. It's saying that it needs to receive it from its parent. Sub viewport Godot not receiving input. Doesn't receive mouse input. So let's see if this error here is. In my game, I have followed node structure on the main scene. I arranged all the components on different viewports so they are easier to manage. Only the last sub viewport getting the order gets mouse input, like hover. How can I accomplish viewports get the input? These do not. This one does. Okay. There's a UI paradigm in place that a mouse click input event is sent only to a single control node within a viewport. You can achieve your use case by utilizing area 2D nodes instead of the sub viewport that acts as interface to the sub viewports. You can find an example of how to do that here. That sounds. So the question then, it sounds like it's sending it directly to like my default camera perhaps. I only have one sub viewport. If I add that here, is it because it's on my canvas layer? No. This is such an interesting. Okay, so I'm not going to deal with this. Instead, I'm going to write a slight hack here. Let's turn our monster on. This is going to be just sitting off screen, like so. We might change the size a little bit. It's going to be sitting off screen. When we actually go to render this thing, I'm going to create a child node here, node 2D. This is going to be our monster screenshot container. What we'll do is I'm just going to, at runtime, when we click this button, we're going to duplicate this monster into here. In the debugger, you can see if the sub viewport is clicked. Debugger, what am I looking for? Debug canvas item redraws. Under debugger MISC. Is this the menu you're suggesting I look at? Or are you suggesting I look at debugger here, MISC? Okay. All right, we'll go to debugger MISC. Clicked control type sub viewport container. HBox. So it is sending it, but it's not sending these to our child component. So let's disable that. So the clicks are coming through. I want it to send it to the child component. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. For now, I'm gonna do a hack. I'm gonna do a hack here. So I'm gonna move this over. Okay, I'm gonna take my viewport. I'm just gonna move it off screen. I'm gonna do a hack because I want to get it working, and then we can get it, and then we can make it easier, right? So one of the things is I'm making this as a class project, so I really want my students to be able to do it. And it's okay if you do it. Hacks are okay, right? If it works, it works. It is a lot of hats. Mars, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a beautiful, what is today? Tuesday. Hope you're having a beautiful Tuesday. Instantiate as a new texture node. I'm just gonna, that's essentially what we're doing. This is creating a texture. Can I just create a texture node? This hack has no downsides. Yeah, that's what I feel, Redston. What I want to do, so what happens right now, all right, let me show you so we can understand a little bit better. When I hit the export button, all right, so I have an export button. The export button draws our sub viewport to a PNG file. So I want to make a PNG exporter of our monster so we can export the monster image. Okay. That's what I'm attempting to accomplish. When I click the button, it does that. All I need is for this sub viewport to contain the monster in its current state. I was hoping to make it so that way I could interact directly with my monster there. We might use a file dialog, Redson. We're getting it. We're gonna make it work first. So all I'm gonna do is just gonna duplicate this node down here. All right, so we're just gonna duplicate this node down here. Monster, this should be a node 2D. And this is gonna be our monster container. And it's just gonna take this and put it in there. What it'll do first is gonna take all of the children of monster container. So on this button, click. We have we need a reference to our monster. We need a reference to our monster container. Exactly. That's what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it. I might be able to do that as well, right? So one of the things I love about programming, one of the things I love about development is there are many different ways to get the same thing. So there's like this freedom to explore different ideas, learn from each other. It's complex. There's no one way. Usually there's anything non-trivial has multiple ways to do it. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do monster container dot get children like this. We'll do a for child in child dot queue free. So we just get rid of all the children. Did someone order a container full of monsters? They did. We might have to wait a frame for all the children to be removed. I'm not sure. Then we're gonna do monster dot duplicate. This returns a node, right? Yeah, perfect. And we're just gonna do monster container dot add child like this, and then we export it. This is what we do. Then we export it. All right, so let's try it. I'm gonna take my monster. Let's make him waving. Let's make him dancing. Make this leg come up a little bit. Make this arm up a little bit. All right, export. Nothing. Nothing. All right. I think we might have to wait a frame. It might not be there yet. We might have to wait until this is actually there. Let's go look in our remote. We have our monster over here. Export. It's empty. Okay. We might have to wait a frame before we do this. I'm gonna put in a thing here. Await get tree dot timer, create timer 1 second dot timeout. So we're gonna wait 1 second and then do it. Also, maybe I made my sub viewport not render always. Okay, always renders. Let's try it now. That doesn't work. Hang on, I'm real sad. I'm real sad. Might need some Kubernetes. We need some Kates. That's right, mostly Maxi. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Our sub viewport. All right, I'm gonna move you here just so that we can see what's happening. It's not rendering it now. Oh, I know why. I know why. Our monster's not centered on the screen. Our monster is getting duplicated and not centered on the screen. I'm duplicating, it's just not in the right spot. So we actually have to duplicate this. It's not centered. Duplicate dot global. Ooh, is this not a node 2D? It needs to be a node 2D. I know it's a monster. Duplicate dot position equals vector 2.0. Add child duplicate. I don't have a sub. Lieutenant Conquer, no worries. You don't have to be a sub here. I'm not an affiliate. I'm not a partner. I've told people if I get up to 200 average viewers, I'll apply to partner. If I get up to 200 average viewers, so you can hang tight until then if you want. I'm not anticipating anytime soon. If you're dying to support the Cap, you can do so on Ko-fi. You can also do so on GitHub. So those are two ways you can support me. Also on the Discord, you can do it as well. JD, congratulations on your number 26. Not bad at all. Export. There we go. All right, so now let's move it off the screen. All right, we'll take our sub viewport here. Move it off screen. Let's try it. Let's see if we can do it. See if we can make it happen. Make this guy waving. This just really makes me want to have a save feature. Make this guy kicking. There we go. Export. Easy peasy, huh? There we go. We got an export. We got an export. JD, let's go. Sudi's Revenge onto the Steam page. Let's go, my friend. Folks, be sure to go give Sudi's Revenge a follow. If you want to play a game about a bear that doesn't like fire in a dark forest, be sure to go out there, wishlist this, get this going. JD, congratulations on your Steam page, folks. Folks, click that link. Click that link. Add it to your wish list. You know you're gonna want it. I want to ask, are ads the primary reason? It's the primary reason. I also don't need the money. I really don't need the money. Is the other reason. Add it to your wish list, folks. You know you want to. JD, how have you been? Congratulations on getting that out there. Folks, be sure to go give JD Does Dev some love. JD does stream. JD does dev. JD does Discord. JD does it all. Give him some love. You know you want to. But yeah, ads are the kind of the main reason. I don't need the money. It makes me slightly uncomfortable to receive money for a few reasons. I feel I don't want to be, the real reason, Fodai, one of the real reasons is I don't want to feel obligated to stream. That's a big part of it. I don't want to feel obligated to stream. You have to finish it. You can do it, JD. We believe in you, folks. Send JD our love. Send JD your love. If you haven't, give the Captain Heart emote. Only available at JD Does Dev, folks. The Captain Heart emote. JD, thank you so much for hosting the Captain Heart emote. But yeah, I just don't want to feel obligated to stream. And so if people want to support me in other ways, on Discord, on GitHub, on Ko-fi, that makes me feel a little bit less awkward about it. JD does awesome, yeah. JD, congratulations on getting your page approved. We're excited to see it here. If you got any videos for us, feel free to drop a link. I'd love to get a video of this as well so we can show it off. Take away the fun. I think I'm getting past that point a little bit more these days. All right, so we have our screenshot. We have our export image option. Okay, let's get a file picker. I've never done the file picker, but we can try it. One of the things that's a little bit maybe awkward about the file picker is it'd be cool if we could make this a web project where you export and it downloads the PNG. I have no idea how to do that. All right, but let's add the button in here. That is not what I wanted to have happen. Can I make this button just taking up the whole thing? Let's add a child component here. This is going to be a I want a flow, maybe? I want to add the button. We could do it using an H box. Sonko Magnus, welcome to the stream. What's up, Deuterino? I knew I was following you. Now you're here. Welcome into the stream. Hope you're having a beautiful day. H box. I want a V box container, and we'll put the button and then this, and so we can have the export down at the bottom always, like so. Maybe we put it at the top. I really want it sort of like over to the right or something. Maybe down underneath this. Might add just another canvas layer to it. As a personal trading card, that would be cool. We can make an NFT, non-fungible token creator. We could teach the students about NFTs. Sonko Magnus, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Glad to have you here. From the web, looks like a breeze. Yeah, so we'd have to put some stuff in there. Export it here. It's causing an issue. Because these are not uniquely named. Hang on, let's make these unique. Viewport, let's make this a unique name. Monster, we'll make this a unique name. And then monster container, we'll make a unique name as well. And then we'll put these in here like this. Viewport, monster container. Should be a breeze, hopefully. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Cool. I did. So here's the challenge, though. Bodai, here's the challenge. When we click that export on the web, it just downloads it. On desktop, it brings up like a file picker. Is there an easy file picker built in to go? Hang on, before we finish this up, let's make sure git status, git add, git commit, beat, add first pass, add basic export button. I do want it to open up like a file picker for us. One thing that's interesting about file pickers is every operating system does it differently. Godot file picker. There is a file dialog. Okay. Preset used to choose a file and directions in the file setting. It supports filter mask file that automatically sets the window title according to file mode. All right, so we have to do like a file picker file dialog. Okay. And this just save mode is save. I'm assuming we somehow turn this on. Let's read through this. If you want to use a custom title, disable this. Surprised there's not any more things here. Maybe I need to look at confirmation or window. Dialog used for confirmation actions. Window. Runtime window is not closed. I don't want to request. You need to handle it manually. Okay, so there'll be like a thing that opens. This is interesting because it's not an actual separate window. It's a little thing that's going to open. We set it visible or something. We'll have to add a signal to it. So there's a lot of stuff.
Whoa.
Holy cannoli, BitDash software. BitDash software raiding the captain today. Thank you so much for the raid, BitDash software folks. Be sure to go give BitDash some love. BitDash, what were you working on? Wolfric with a hat. Let's get a hat added to the stack. You know I love it. You know you're great. You know you're grand. You know things get a little corny in here when we get so many hats. Thank you for the hat. Let's go. Lieutenant Conker wants another hat. Let's do it. Lieutenant Conker, which hat do you want? Wizard hat? Fancy hat. Wizard hat? I guess the pink one. Let's do it. Wizard. All right, I put on my robe and wizard hat. No, I don't have a robe in this room. Maybe we need a robe command. Thank you for the hat. Build out our cat desktop game. Let's go. I'm glad, you know, unfocused can be more fun though. We don't stream to focus. I'm not gonna lie. Dindle with another hat. Let's go. All right, we get the fancy hat anyway. Get the fancy hat anyway. Let's put it on here. Perfect. Perfect with the fancy hat. Let's do this thing. Thank you for the fancy hat, Thindle. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're able to get some rest last night. I am doing absolutely wonderful. We're creating this export button. All right, so the export button really is gonna turn this dialogue on. So we wanna change it. I'm gonna change this here to function export file. Like this. We're just gonna move this in here for now. I think I can get rid of this timeout probably now. We'll find out. Maybe I'll just leave it in there. Maybe we'll leave it in there for funsies. Like so. Tap that in. Our on pressed is actually going to do, let's make this a unique node as well. Okay, and then we'll do file dialog.visible. Is this what we do to turn on a dialogue here? Well, for a good question, I think I'm finding Godot to be super lightweight. Super lightweight. I am not finding it to be as feature rich as other tools I have used out of the box. So there's pros about it being lightweight, and that is that it's super fast, it loads quickly, I can do a lot of stuff very easily. I haven't used any, I really haven't explored asset libraries yet. And part of me like is, I'm not gonna say I'm anti-asset lib, but once you start adding in complexity that other people wrote, like guarantees, start getting a little bit more in the weeds type of thing. I like it, I enjoy it a lot. I think it has a lot of pros and cons. I want this to be centered on my screen. I'm gonna put this on my canvas layer then. And I'm gonna center it. Let's create a parent. Center. And our center container. Anchors take up the whole screen. Well, I'm surprised that this doesn't center. Why isn't this centered? I'm a little confused by that. I gotta remember that. I 100% added first person shooter control, but there's so much bloat that comes with it. Yeah, so like adding external assets, you start getting bloat added in, right? So there's a lot of things. I think it's really nice for simple projects that I've done in it so far. One of the main reasons I want to spend time with it, as much time as possible with it, is so I can give it a fair evaluation, right? I can't access these now if this container's on top. Input, mouse. It doesn't pass these. Yeah, this is interesting. Question. I want to center this dialogue, this file dialogue. I'd like to center it on my screen. I would like to center it on the screen. Put in the center container. That didn't do what I wanted. So because my canvas layer here is not taking up the full screen? Question mark, I don't know. this center container has the whole thing. I feel like I potentially am using it wrong, center container. It's not a control node. Oh, that makes sense. It's a window node. I want it to be centered. How would I, okay. In that case, let's pull it out of our canvas then. You are correct. Initial position, center of main window. There we go. It does not. There we go. That's what I want it to do. And it does disable. It's a modal. Good. It's modal. It disables thing. A lot of things to the users that aren't immediately obvious. I think, so one of the challenges is just doing UI stuff is a challenge. Doing UI stuff happens to be a challenge. So I think that's part of it too. My hat stack is too big. My room is not big enough for all these hats. All right, folks, we've been going for about 90 minutes, a little bit more than 90 minutes, actually. We do have to take a quick break. Oh my goodness. When we get back, we'll fix the camera. We'll make it work here. We're gonna reset our hat stack after the break. Folks, don't go anywhere. I'll be back. More Monster Maker to come. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere. Captain will return. What? All right, we're back. Ironic Moronic, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Welcome back to the stream. It's great to see you. We are in the process of putting together a file picker for our export button. So we have this export button. We're going to choose where we save this thing here. It's a little bit interesting. Files, I don't quite understand. Well, I probably haven't wired this thing up completely yet, right? And so I need to understand our file dialog. The documentation feels a little bit limited. File dialog. Godot. I'm curious if there's more information somewhere aside from what we have here. This documentation is very, very minimal. Very, very minimal. We could also just mess around with it. I'm surprised there isn't a little bit better documentation here. File dialog is a preset dialog used to choose file and directories in the file system. It supports filter masks. File dialog automatically sets its window title according to the file mode. If you want to use a custom title, disable this by setting mode overrides title to false. Okay. And it's like a Godot window, which is interesting. It's not like a... So someone that's on Mac, someone that's on Windows, someone that's on Linux, the dialogue is going to not be what they're familiar with seeing, I think, which is a little bit interesting to me. It's an interesting choice. I guess if you're making games, that might make sense. Have like the file dialogue system there in that way. Yeah, it does appear that way. Correct. Right. And so there's some things that are nice about that. There are some things that are not nice. So from a user experience standpoint, it's a little bit tricky. If I was writing like a desktop application, it's like this window is like inside of our window here. Instead, I do want to look into, directories and files, path, resource here. It probably needs to start on user. I don't know, right? So it's like, how do I use this thing? I don't necessarily have a lot of documentation. I'm going off of some of my access user data. Here's probably what I really want to do. So I'll do export. I'm just surprised it's not showing anything here. Let's get directories and files. There are things in this folder. If I set it to file system. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't understand this. Am I not supposed to be activating it this way? So the way I'm activating it is I'm just setting it to visible. I'm not sure if that's the correct way to activate it. Yeah, so there's things here I just don't quite understand. I'm imagining there's signals, dir selected, file selected, confirmed, these things here. Duca, you did another drone stream? That's awesome. That's awesome. Folks, give Ducasoft some love. Long time friend of the channel. I'm looking here. Let's just look at our methods here on our button. All right, so we have file dialog. I'm gonna go look at, this should be a file dialog. Let's just go look at all of the methods that we have here. The disk and path. Well, if I go to user data, I think I want user data. Yeah, I'm confused on if am I supposed to just be setting it to show up? Use native dialog. That. All right, I thought that would use. If true is set to access file set and it supports the current display server OS. Okay, so there's cool if we do it that. Need job coder. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. Do want to go to user data, I think. I don't necessarily want filters. I'm wondering what is the correct way to display this. Is it just setting it to be true? Let's try file system here. Native dialogue. There we go. This is what I would like to have happen. Notice it's not necessarily, it's going to this folder, not my, I don't think this is my user folder. I'm so glad you love the streams. I love when you're here hanging out with us. I have such a fun time when everybody's here. Look, this stream exists because of all you amazing people. All of you amazing people. So it doesn't go to this app data Monster Maker folder, which might be okay. This will be a problem if we are... This would be a problem if we wanted to export for a web browser, I think. I'm pretty sure this would be a problem. For now, though, just to get it working, it doesn't have, in my class, this doesn't have to be a web browser project. It'd be a nice to have. It is show, it is just a method on Windows from the file dialog. So there's just a show method that I call. All right, rather than, so I'm wondering whether or not setting visible is the right thing to do or not. File dialog.show. Let's try this instead. Beliar, hope you've been well, my friend. Export. The show will also bring it up. Will that make it, if I don't use the native dialog, will that make it show? I don't understand why we're not seeing the directories and files. Show and hide is probably the best way to do it. Yeah, it's like the canonical way to do it, I'm sure. I do find it really weird. Oh, is it just that this is too small? Hang on. Notice how tiny this window is. Ah. It's just so small that we're not seeing those things. Okay. You might be able to set the custom. Yeah, I probably want to make it take up, honestly, I wanted to make it take up the whole screen if possible, or most of the screen. Theme, maybe, theme overrides. Content scale. Limits. Minimum size, okay. I wonder if there's a way to make it easily, make it windowed. Oh, is there a windowed mode? Mode. Full screen, maximized. Let's try this. Surprised that that did nothing. What's the I don't understand your question, Proton. Let's keep the what is the, we're gonna keep it PG-11, okay? I don't know exactly what you're referring to. We're gonna keep it PG-11. I don't think you meant anything by it, but I'm just confused a little bit. Mode, windowed, minimized, full screen, exclusive full screen. This doesn't seem to do anything. There. And no worries on that either, Proton. Yeah. This stream has always been a PG-11 teen stream. This stream has always been in a PG-11 teen stream. Initial position. Center of window. Size. I guess I can set it here. I'm surprised. It's interesting that when that comes up, you can't close this window. Oh, I haven't clicked away. That's what's going on. Rotten bananas. I'm not sure. I still don't know what you're referring to. Oh, these. You must be referring to these. These are arms. These are monster arms. Look at us go. Look at us go. There we go. Okay. So what is our... Can I make this? I probably can just make it be the size of our window here. You just got to go wash your eyes out, JD. Make sure you use soap. Okay. Dev Donut, congratulations on your number 28. Welcome back to the stream. Let's go with 550. Go at 900. Okay, so when we go to export, perfect. Perfect. Export, this pulls this up. We'll be able to select it in there. Dev Donut with the hat. Let's get this new hat stack started. Getting this hat going. Thank you for the hat. There we go. All right. That's how that gamer, exactly. Exactly. Okay. So I want to make this be our, rather than file system, let's make this our user data. So this one might be hard to find now though. So our students, oh no, this won't be hard to find for our students because, and the reason is because they can just go project, open user data folder, and then they'll have it there. Okay, so now we want to connect this to here on save. You're broke now. You're broke. That's a Joker head. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Yeah, nice hat. I'm enjoying this hat. Look, we got a couple hats here. This is one of my favorites. I think we've had a lot of hat redeems today. Look, I wish this would tell me how many hat redeems we had just today. Someone's like, how many hats have you had? And I was like, I don't know. This is how many hat redeems we've had though. 1,317 hat redeems. And then the bonus hats, 216. Only 216 bonus hats. That's surprising. They might be better for what I need. Yeah. They're also pop-up. Intensico. Of course. Get the bonus hats in here. Spend those points. Thank you for the hat. Let's get 1 hat, 2 hats. 1 hat, 2 hat, 3 hats. Let's go. Thank you for the hats. Go get your points there. We had a hat overplay 13 minutes. Yeah, it was wild. Lance, yeah, I bet most of them are used. Let's go, chat. That's right. Okay. Got a file dialog show. I want to register an event on this as well. So we're going to connect our button here. We're going to have some signals. File selected, confirmed. Like, this is interesting. When the OK button is pressed, and I want to get like the file name or something. I'm going to export a name extension. Do export here. All right, do you want to overwrite? Click OK. Okay, it sort of let's us put that in there. All right, let's try it. Let's do let's add an onConfirmed function ready. Oh, I don't even need this. I don't have to do it in ready. I can just connect it like this. Connect this to our button. Okay, when our file log is confirmed, or our file log, our dialog, file dialog is confirmed. Can I get my file dialog dot file name path current path? The currently selected file path of the file dialog. Is this the full path to the file? Let's find out. We're gonna print this. It is. Okay, if we were to make another folder, bananas. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's give us our whole path, and then we're just gonna have this taken a string. Path string. Is that the type of this? That was weird. Current path. So it's just a string. Okay. On confirmed export file. Instead of print, we'll just do export file. Like so. Export. Let's do a new file name. Export George.png. I would like kind of want a confirmation showing that it was exported. Let's go open to our user data folder. Ooh, it didn't write George. Oh, you know why? You want to know why? Because it just goes directly here. This needs to be path. There we go. Bananas, exactly. I was surprised that I found the key to select between surface normals and dot normals. Oh, JD was helping you out with some stuff? That's awesome. I want it to be user because my plan is to have this work in the web browser. And my guess, I suspect that in the web browser, This will be in like a local file storage, and then we can use that to download this. I don't know if that's true. George, like that. Okay. There's our George. There we go. George. All right, let's make a monster. Let's save this project. Let's do let's do a commit. Git commit -m. George the Snotty. Yeah. Yeah, all right. So we're gonna create this feature. We're gonna call this added export feature. We'll push that up like so. We're going to, all right, let's make a monster. About the 3D normal calculations, I vaguely recall it. Let's add a body here. Let's make him crunchy. Make him crunchy like that. You can absolutely make your own monster. Oh, I wanted to test the web build. I've never done this. Let's do an export here. All right, export as, how do I export this as a web project? How do I build this? I've never actually built I can't remember. I built an executable with Godot once. How do I actually project export? Okay. Web. Let's see what it looks like. No export template found for the expected. Manage templates. Download and install. I've built desktop like an executable before. I want to see what this looks like in the web. It'll take a little bit. We'll take a quick break then. We'll have a little chat. We'll get down, get funky with it. We'll have a little talk. We'll have a little tea. Oh yeah, I have myself some ginger tea, caffeine free. We're on cool. Maybe we'll do another round of Q-less. Maybe we'll just do a round of Q-less here. Ginger is the best tea. It's one of the best teas. I like ginger tea. I like elm tea. I like Earl Grey tea, but I'm on a caffeine fast right now. You'll need to enable buffer arrays. I hate that. We won't release it on itch, is what we'll do. All right, project, export, web. Okay. What features here? Is there a compression option I have to set here? Export path. Let's go up to this folder here. Create a folder, builds. File cannot be empty file name. Oh, monster index. There we go. Index. Oh, Tulsi plus ginger. I should be able to run it locally. Export project. Okay. Okay. Attempt to open script. Monster modifier button resulted in file not found. Okay, so I need to figure out where these are being like accessed from. I hate that this is not giving me... Well, this is because I deleted some files. What is the best project that I ever made? There's some good ones. No, I don't need to export these. These are not buttons that are being used. So like I deleted these. These are not used by anything anymore. Need job code. I have a couple that come to mind. If we go to my itch page, we can potentially find them. That's not what I meant to do, but sure, let's go give ITC Studio some love as well. You can find some of my projects here. So here's the link to my itch page. Some of the ones that I think are my favorite projects that I made are definitely Cosmic Encounter, even though it's a little bit buggy. Tofu Landscape, Ukiah. You can go check out a lot of my projects there. Primordial Jungle, I was pretty happy with. Dark Fuel was pretty good. I haven't made any like big games. Yeah. We just did a commit. Raf. We just did one. I need to figure out where these are being referenced. So one thing that's weird is that these are being referenced by something. I dislike that there's no like hints on what's referencing these. I don't think that will fix it. We can try. Monster Maker. Need job coder, feel free to share the link. We may not look at it today. You could also share it on the Discord as well. Yeah, I need to find them in these files don't exist, right? So those files, the reason it's complaining is those files don't exist. So I come over here, we'll export project. And let's get those errors again. Maybe okay. No errors that time. All right, restarting for the win. So restarting the project seemed to have fixed it. Maybe, question mark. Let's go over here. Let's see if we can go to our builds folder. That's a weird behavior. Let's launch this as a web application. All right, it didn't launch, but let's look at the error and see if we can figure out what's going on here. The following features required to run Godot projects on the web are missing: cross-origin isolation, web server configuration, shared array buffer. Even if I'm doing this locally, I need all these. Like, I'm doing .NET Serve, it's running here. Why do I need this? It's what is it talking to that it needs those things? I mean, I'm in localhost. What is it? Which server is it talking to that it needs to have the cross origin? It's doing cross origin with it. Yeah, it must be the defaults of .NET Serve. I've never had this be an issue before in like other tools I've used. That's okay. I'm going to deal with that offline. I don't think going through that process today is going to be super important for anyone. Proton, what did I miss? We could do a quick look at it if you want. No, I'm not going to look at it today. I'm too focused on this. You ready for the 17th? But if you want to, we are going to have a showcase on August 17th. It's this Saturday if you want. I did scare up a script that I have to use, run local web builds. It was definitely a thing. I can share the script via Discord if you wish. I don't want to have to push this up to itch. We can try it. Okay, we can zip this up. Yeah. We can zip this. All right, well, let's see what happened. I'd love to just put it on GitHub, right? I learned that during the game jam I did. It's useful to know. I'm not doing anything 3D right now, Proton. It's not related to what we're doing, is what I'll say. It's not related to what we're doing. You can share a link if you want, but I don't want to go over it. I don't want to get too distracted from what I'm doing. All right, let's create a new project. I wonder if it's safe for me to have my dashboard here. What do we call this? Monster Maker. This is gonna not save properly, but we'll try it out. I'm curious how. No payments. Upload file. Let's go blur here. Captain Coder org, Monster Maker Godot builds. Upload that. Yeah, I would love to see what you've done here. I'm surprised. I'm just like a little bit, the default settings there are a little bit interesting to me. We're gonna make this HTML. This file will be played in the browser. Save. Okay. And then I have to do, there's one other thing here. Shared buffer support. Yeah, I have to do this one here. I'm surprised that other error's coming through. It must just be the shared. Oh, you know why? Cross origin. Cross origin is 100% related to the shared buffer array requirement. That's why I was like, why do I need this cross origin thing? It shouldn't be trying to talk to anything else. It's because of the shared buffer. Okay, we need to make this thing scale. Or I can make this window bigger. What are the dimensions of my game here? Let's go into my we're gonna project settings, window. Actually found it when JD did help me the other day. Nice. I'm glad you were able to find that, so find it that way. Rod, Ion, welcome back to the stream. Let's get another hat on this stack. Natural Flavors, it's great to see you as well. Let's get this added onto the stack. 1 hat. 2 hat, let's do it. Thank you guys so much for the hats. I appreciate it. It does lack bombs, so I think that was a 48-hour game jam or something like that. Super short. Super short. Bloody Tetris. Forgot about that one. 11:52. But yeah, Proton, if you want, I'm sure people would love, people interested in that would be interested in hearing about it. If you want to post on the Discord, I'm sure that would be useful for some people. Export George. Export it as a, okay, George.png. So interesting, George here. The question is, can I download that file if I'm in the web browser, right? So we do have access to our local George.pngs here. After we're done exporting, can we get that file to download? Like, go ahead and start that download here. So I have a few questions. It says, if we're in the web browser, what should we do here? In seconds using Blender. Yeah, so if you want to have a video or something that you can share with people, that'd be fine. I don't have time to do it on my stream right now. The WASM runs locally. But I don't understand. I missed something. Specifically about the shared buffer array in the cores. Let me... someone had sent this to me before as well, but we're gonna do Godot web build download file. It's not that I want to export for web. Oh, this can access the local file system, you're saying. So you're saying that if I do this as a local file system, that seems really dangerous to allow that. Data paths. You're saying that this would be fascinating to me. Local file system, native dialog. I'm curious about this. You have to make or adapt 3D models, but I'm too lazy. For what? What game are you making? What do you need your 3D models for? Let's test this out real quick. This pulls up a Windows dialog because I'm on Windows. I'm curious now what this will do for our web. Jaft, I don't think the web browser even lets you do that, right? So I want to test it. I'm really curious. In my mind, I'm going like, there's no way, unless it does it as like a save dialog like that, right? Because you definitely shouldn't. Yeah, this would be crazy. I'm super curious though. I am curious. So we're gonna try it. But yeah, I feel like there's no way if it does, it'd be wild. Retro horror project. We're on it very slowly. Ooh. When you say retro horror, do you mean sort of like Resident Evil, perhaps? All right, let's update this file. I don't think I actually have to delete it. I think I just upload the new one. Construct works in the browser and in Chromium. Can even save your project as a directory, not just a single file. All right. This is not my computer. All right, so this is not my local file system. This is the web browser file system, for what it's worth. This is the web browser's file system. Well, it's in your web browser, you have a file system. So it's not my local file system if we do this, which is interesting. So it's actually going to be saving to, like, we could open this up. Let's say George.png here. If I open up my dev panel, we can probably go find this in my file system. Sources. How do I access the file system here? Application, local storage, shared storage. There's probably in here somewhere. File data. Yeah. Zach, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a beautiful Tuesday, my friend. But yeah, my guess is it's stored in a file system here. But yeah, it doesn't access my local file system. When I click export here, this is like some web browser file storage. What's interesting here, let me reload. Here's a thought though. I am curious if I reload, I lose it. Okay. I was wondering if it would be persistent and like saved as a cache. I am curious. Let's switch this back to user. I'm curious in this way, if we use user, will we be able to access that export index.html? Yeah. Just pixelated and low poly. Don't think the idea would work well in high res game. Gotcha. You can't, no. So Fodai, it's not, you should be able to download to your file system. You shouldn't be able to read and write to the file system. I think that's crazy dangerous if it just lets you do that. Okay, let me come in here. We're going to, I wanted to get rid of this actually. That 1 second delay, I'm wondering if we actually need it. Bob. Probably need to add in .png to the end of these. So there's a little bit of a thing that we have to do. It's just gonna be Bob. It's really bob.png. I do need to add in that delay. Okay. All right, so there does need to be a delay there on it. All right, let's export this one more time. It'd be cool if it saved it in a local file system. Or like a local user file system. Builds. Let's re-export this and upload it to itch. If I missed something, let me know. Feel free to @ me in the chat. Sometimes I get a little bit distracted and miss what you guys are saying, so feel free, if you want me to see something, feel free to @ me. See, there's like a little side conversation going on there, which is awesome. Hang on, we're just doing a new upload. Builds. Browser. View page. Export. Yeah, check that out. So if I use the user, if I'm using the user one here, these files are actually persistent across sessions. So that is really cool to be able to have in here. So if we ended up writing an actual save format for our character here for the little monster. You could actually have it de-save and they'd be persistent between sessions. So that's really cool. All right, so what I want to do is, if we have time, we only have a little bit of time here. I have a minor headache, so I might actually stop a little bit early. I know I've been stopping my stream early. I'm still not 100%. I'm like 92, 93%. Gemin, congratulations on number 32. Welcome back. Gabriel, welcome back to the stream as well. It's wonderful to see you. Rod Ion, number 33. I always love little Easter eggs like that, cryptic stuff, things that are, it's part of it, in my opinion, is like a little bit of world building when you do stuff like that. It's like anomalous world building of like, oh, what is this? What is that thing? What does that mean? And little hidden things like that. All right, this export button, I actually want to make it download the file as well. Exactly. Yeah, it's super cool. Beliar, isn't that cool? I love that it's part of the virtual file system. So what I was realizing though, what something you may not realize is that this is actually running in like an iframe at some like other web address. So sometimes you can get weird things. Exporting 3D object from Blender for use in your own programs using legacy wavefront object changes its lighting type depending in the smooth shading on or off. If it is off, you'll get a normal vector for each surface, and if it's on, you'll get a normal vector for each vertice. That enables the ability to do Godot shading, so there will be different amount of data in the export. Example, if you have a cube, your export is triangulated, but get 8 vertices and 12 surfaces and 12 rows. With smooth shading, you'll only get 8. Interesting. Yeah, it's definitely not part of Godot here. Exactly, I shouldn't need a file picker. Once it's done, we should be able to just download that file. We just gotta make sure Godot web build. Someone had shown me Java, a download file from user. I don't know how to do this. Exporting for web, that's not what I want. Goob, welcome back to the stream, folks. Be sure to go check out the average Goob. Incredible human. Up and coming, incredible game developer, making incredible artist, incredible just all around. Goob, welcome into the stream. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you so much for being here. How can I say, here we go. How can I save an image to the user's file system in a web export? I have a product where I want users to be able to save a screenshot of their in-game system. Okay. Web browsers do not allow this for security reasons. You need to trigger a file download using JavaScript code that can be called from GDScript. That's essentially what I want. This is also kind of old. It's a little, you know, JavaScript.download buffer. I'm wondering if this is a thing that we can do. It's on it at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, JavaScript. Yeah, someone had sent me some of this code earlier, or code that like had this idea. All right, let's take a look here. I want to do something like this. This is in Godot 3.4. Hopefully there's something similar. Enjoy your day, Rod Iron. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Hope you have a beautiful Tuesday. I believe in me too. JavaScript bridge. Okay, so something I want to know is, can we use, all right, so let's go look at JavaScript bridge. Do you actually need a file downloaded or just access? I want to download it. I actually want to download it. Bridge, Godot. Connects the engine with the browser's JavaScript context and web export. So my question is there a way to check if we are in a JavaScript context? If not, will this happen anyway? Yeah, so I think that's what they're using in their user. It seems to be that way. Oh, Beliar, this is also a possibility we could look at here. os.has feature web. I want to make sure that we are on, like, how do I know? So how do I know? It's bridge for 4.x, gotcha. Is web, I want to know if we are in JavaScript. Yeah, I want it to be desktop as well as browser. So when my student runs it locally, I want it to work for both. So if I'm running it here, so my question is, os.has feature web. Then we would do this thing here. I want to go look at this. Returns true if the feature for the given feature tag is supported in the currently running instance, depending on the platform, build, etc. Can be used to check whether you're currently doing a debug build or a certain platform. Refer to the feature tags documentation. I can check those there. On web platforms, one of the following additional tags is defined to indicate host platform, web, Android. So is it just web? I'm a little bit curious here. I'd also love to be able to run this locally. I have to figure it out. Project, export, custom features, web. There it is. So it is already added. We can add in our own. I like that. That's kind of cool. So just checking for a tag here. Okay. So we do have that. Okay. JavaScript bridge dot download buffer. Download. Oh, not quite what I want. Download buffer, act byte array, prompts the user to download a file containing the specified buffer. The file will have the given name and MIME type. Okay. So it's almost like I want this to be separate. We'll keep this in here. So I select this, and then we'll have this be name will be. Can't be path, because path's going to be the whole file here. I want just last thing. Well, we'll do export.png for now. And MIME type is image/PNG. Let's go look at that. PNG MIME type. Image PNG. Okay. The buffer that we need should be a texture.get image .buffer, save PNG to buffer. Okay. All right, we're making progress. The mimes, yeah, the mime images were hilarious. I thought that was funny too, right? We got the mime types right there. Yeah, Proton, don't worry. I think if I was in JavaScript and just like HTML directly, that's exactly what I'd want to use, the file API. And I've used that a little bit before on my C# website. I used the file API there for this. But because I'm in Godot, I don't think I'm able to do that. I wish I could do this build and run it locally. All right, let's try one more time. I'm sure I could. Hang on. Let's look at .NET Serve. All right, .NET Serve enable shared buffer array. Or is it that I have to do it to enable the use of shared buffer in a .NET? You need to ensure the following steps. Yeah, I have to do a bunch of stuff here. I can't just do .NET Serve. Hang on. I'm not going to worry about it right now. It's something I want to look into. In .NET 3, we're going to be able to disable that feature. All right, I don't know if I already hit export or not. Maybe. I do have Python installed. I wasn't sure if I did on this computer. Okay. All right, and let's go over to this. This is quite the workaround. Upload from mobile. Why was there an upload? Oh, I guess if I connect to my phone. All right. This is where the magic happens. Maybe. I don't have Bevy Engine installed. Good question. Walksin, welcome back. Red Myrrh. Got a fancy mug just for you. Congratulations on your number 34. Fox Hollow, it's a pleasure to see you, my friend. I hope you've been well. How is are you doing Pirate Jam, Fox Hollow? How's your game entry coming along? I know you only have a little bit of time left. Export George. Ooh, save. Let's go. Let's go. There's our export. Let's go fly a kite up. So we'll do this. Get an if, else. We still need to do all of this. All right, we have to do all of that. Just, this is the if else. There we go. You can still have named PNG. So it's not going to have the dialogue show. Oh, this isn't quite right. This isn't quite right. On save, this needs to be here. All right. Function, export, download image. Like this. This should be here. I'm going to say if os.has. We don't need to do this here. We need the buffer coming from this. Okay, this is all function prep texture or generate texture like that. Export file. Let's go ahead and return. Generate texture is going to return a viewport texture. Okay. Download image is going to do generate texture like that. There's an await in here that I lost. Hang on. Where was the await? Hang on. This is what happens when you refactor. Go back in time. There it is. The await's here. We have to await. Can I just put this anywhere? That's interesting. All right. Return texture. Function generate texture. Like this. Viewport texture. This all looks good. Yeah, our dialog still opens. Export file path. Okay, so then we'll do generate texture dot get image dot save PNG path. All right, and then this one. It's interesting. Hang on. What is our error here? Generate. Oh, okay, so we want to do await. So can I do var texture? Okay, that's what we have to do here, like this. Have I told you how much I hate Python? I'm not a huge fan of Python myself. I don't like its indentation rules. A few weeks ago, I prepared a micro SD card for my Vampire. I found my old development card and my first and last Python actions made on it. Even I don't like Python. I think a lot of people really like Python. tend to not be a fan of, I thought I was not a fan of dynamically typed languages, but I really like Lua. The indentation, I think I can get over it. I've done quite a bit. All right, so it's going to be texture, await, generate texture. Thanks for asking. I'm really happy with the submission so far. Just working on some final tightening today. Let's go. Good luck with it. Good luck with it. Var buff is this. And we'll finish the next time. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Lua these days. The first time I really used Lua was last December. And I'm teaching an introductory, I taught my first intro to programming using Lua course in the spring, and I thought it went really well. I'm considering switching my intro to programming courses to be Lua courses because I think it's such a good introductory language. So my plan is kind of start in Lua and then transition to C#. So I'm hoping it's going to be like an intro to computer science class. Yeah, that's where I learned it, Proton, where I learned that I like it. Zaft, it's actually easier to start with count from 1. For what it's worth. I think it's more intuitive to start counting from 1. Just Lua, but then the shock after, it turns out you don't use arrays that much. Zaft, my real feeling is you almost never need to do indexing. Yeah, if you're programming and thinking through the logic, you very rarely actually have to use indices. If you're using indices, there's probably a less complex way to do it. I almost never use indices when I'm programming. Yeah, so it's all about data structures. Lua, we start out with just a plain Lua, like just Lua, learning algorithms, a little bit about data structures, how hash tables work. And then we move into TIC80. I did a little bit with Love 2D, but I felt like it was a little bit antiquated. Okay, let's test this here. Bob.png. We gotta do a new one. Can I delete things here? I can't. Fred. Okay, let's make sure that this exported. Fred, it did. Okay, let's do a web build. Yeah, so I think op by one go everywhere. I actually don't think it's that annoying. I find it, so all right, Zaft, here's where it's annoying. If it's consistent, it's not annoying. What I hate is in TIC80. TIC80 uses 0 indexing for all of their built-in things, but Lua uses 1 indexing. So the inconsistency there is a nightmare. That is something that I hate. And so there's always I always get confused by that. Yeah, it's going like, hang on, I feel like there was an issue. Yeah, so TIC80 has 0 indexing for like their sound effects, their sprites, for all of these things, but then Lua is not. Yeah, it's horrible. Do you know Microsoft Remote Desktop Service Client Launcher? I've never used it. No. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it. I actually haven't used Pico 8. That's another tool that I'd love to use. The reason I use TIC80, not the reason, I actually really like TIC80. One of the reasons I like TIC80 is it's open source, and I have my own custom build of TIC80 that my students use that runs in a web browser. And then they have like a local file system. We're actually gonna be building on that probably starting next week, is building out my TIC80 curriculum webpage, which I've been wanting to do for a while. Okay. Let's try it. In Britain, they call the first floor ground floor. In that sense, arrays make sense. So it's ground floor and then first floor is above that, or does it go to floor 2? So in the US, they have lobby, but then 2 will be the second floor. So there's not like a first floor, it's the lobby. All right. This did not work. And it's because I didn't do if, all right, this is where we got to do it. If os dot has feature web download image, because I didn't actually write the code all the way. This. Time to make tick 81. So I'm kind of calling it tick 84. The joke being the TI-80 and the TI-84, right? So I'm calling it the tick 84 is what I call it. And my ultimate end goal is to add in a debugger and other nice features for it, so students can do like debugging a little bit easier. It's kind of challenging to debug in the tick 80. All right. First try, folks. We haven't had to export this 9 times. I do like how fast the web builds export. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of print line debugging. And you can't even do print. It's really hard to do print line debugging in tick 80. And there's no way to attach a debugger. So I would love to I would love to build, and I probably am going to do this. Probably won't have time to do it this year, to add a debugger to tick 80. Well, so I'm not going to build a debugger. I'm going to use an existing Lua debugger, Foxhall. So I wouldn't actually write my own debugger. It's that I would find a Lua debugger and then combine them together so that way they can communicate with each other. That's really what it is. One of the reasons that tick 80 doesn't have a debugger, I think, is because you can use like 9 different programming languages. I don't think you need to keep building and deploying. You can run the local version on HTML5 from the Monster Maker. Oh, there's a, hang on. Hang on, you're suggesting from the monster button next to the run in the upper right, it's called remote debug. Remote debug. Oh, nice. Let's go. Goob with the win here. We have this weird thing over there. Save. Export. Let's go. All right, let's modify this guy. I hate that this is we'll put this in the top left. Yeah, we're about to publish it. We're gonna publish it here in just a moment. All right, let's raise this up. Export. Open. Let's go. Let's go, folks. We're gonna have a monster creation competition. Have a monster maker creator competition. Goob, incredible fine points. Add the average goob. That's gonna points at sad. My keyboard's dying, folks. I can't wait for my new keyboard to come. 250 points. It'll save me so much time. Right, we're gonna have a monster making competition. That's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. All right. So one thing I wanna do is I wanna take this viewport and I'm gonna move it up here so we don't see it in the web builds. So we don't see it in the web builds like that. I do not have a wireless keyboard. It's a wired keyboard. It's 16 years old though. My keyboard I think is 16 years old at this point, and it's starting to fail. It's a mechanical keyboard. It's a Kinesis Advantage. I looked at getting the Advantage Pro 360. It's remote. It's a Bluetooth keyboard, and it actually has less keys than my current keyboard. So I ended up getting a Kinesis. We'll see. The Advantage Kinesis 2. 360 looked sleek and nice, but I actually don't think I want the keyboard that is, it looks a little bit fragile. You can access other Microsoft Desktop. You don't need to connect anywhere. But my only made Python program with similar user interface, a launcher here. Let's open it up here. Let's take a look. Thank you for the hat vibes. Here come the vibes with a hat for us. Let's deploy this real quick so people can make some monsters. Let's deploy this so people can make some monsters. If I search for TS client, what is it called here? Proton is saying to open up MS desktops. What do I search for? I don't see it on my computer. Do I have to install it? Thank you for the hat. Raph with another hat. Let's get another hat on here. Bonus hat. No, we need to get a bonus hat. Yeah. Let's go with another bonus hat vibing game. Thank you so much for the hats. You guys are crazy. You got so many hats. Hats. Captain Krabs, welcome in. Yeah, when I do that, I tried that. Let's try it again. Our dopamine. Oh, I got that fix. TS client. Yeah, I'm getting a does not exist. Yeah, so I tried it. I tried that. I'm getting it's not installed.
You in the back.
Pay attention. You guys, let's go. I saw stuff integrated into the Godot IDE. All right, folks, let's get this monster maker exported. I probably already did this. We'll do it again. The exports are so fast. I gotta say that is a huge plus. The web exports, how fast they are kind of insane. From what I'm used to. I'm used to at least a couple minutes. I got that fix. But there's no real compilation, I suppose. Welcome back, Todd, Captain Krabs, Vibing Games. You guys are all incredible. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Captain Krabs, how's your game coming along? If you got a Steam link to your game, Captain Krabs, feel free to drop it in. I'm not sure if you have one yet, but I always love to help promote people when they're out here on their Steam page, getting those follows. You have a dopamine thing to share? Is it a video? I'm on Windows 10. I think I'm on like Enterprise Edition. Captain Krabs, thank you for the link. Let's go, folks. Be sure. Oh, that's the dopamine from Fox Hollow. Be sure to go give Captain Krabs game a download. Play that demo. You know you want it. Add it to your wish list. This game looks awesome. Zaf, let's check it out. Give me a second. Let me get the volume here.
Dopey, oh, we need Captain Coder in here. So,
not quite. Look, Fox Hollow. It could use a little bit of work. Not bad. It's a nice impression. Not as good as JD's impressions, but not bad. Fox Hollow, thank you so much for being so funny, being amazing. We need the coaching. All right, so here's the secret. All right, you want to know the secret to the dopamine? All right, everyone. I got to take these hats off. For it to get that dopamine flowing. Yeah, all right, everyone stand on up. Stand up. We're going to get the dopamine going. Thank you for the doy. Stand on up. Foxhall, you standing? All right, everyone stand on up. You guys ready for it? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. You gotta start feeling the energy. Get those hands up.
You in the back. Pay attention.
Get those hands up. Fill it in. Bring that energy in. Deep breath. Here you go. You gotta engage the spine. Engage that spine. Are you ready? You got that spine engaged, spinal engagement, and then we need the other dopamine. You gotta really relax those face muscles. You gotta relax the face muscles. They just go around. Yeah. Relax those face muscles. Here they go. So they really start going. You gotta relax the forehead muscles as well. The ears too, if you can relax those. Here, let's try it again. Engage the spine. Here we go. Gotta get that dopamine. Yeah. Just like that. How'd it do? The program name is MSTSC. Okay. All right. How do we do? How'd you do, Foxhall? How does it feel? I know it takes some practice. You'll get there. I believe in you. Did I upload the newest version? I did. I am Dizzy Vibing Games. Don't sit, everyone. Don't. Sorry, I told you to stand up. Sit on down. Get that in there. All right. We broke it. There it goes. Did not relax the neck and spine well enough. Send help. Redmer's dead. Redmer's, my head fell off. From that to Mr. Woolsey and Stargate. Thank you. Made me put my standing desk and stand there for the first time in a few days. Let's go, Raph. Let's do it. Folks, why is this taking so long to load this time? This is wild. Did I do something wrong? Hang on. 9 megabytes. Or maybe, hang on. Let's try one more time. Something weird has happened. We're gonna get this out there so you guys can make your own monsters. 7-zip export to... Maybe it's deleting my file system. I hope not. I hope not. Let's try one more time. I think I might have selected like way too many things. It was a giant file. All right, so I think that will help. There we go. Yeah, I think I accidentally zipped up my whole file system, uploaded it there. All right, we got our monster maker here. Boom, 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 boom. Export. Open. Let's go. All right, folks, you can make monsters. Let's come over to edit game. I don't want to publish it just yet. Let's do restricted. Only people who own the projects. Add a password. You can give access by generating a download key. The page will be unlisted in the browser. So I don't want it to be listed yet. Can give access by generating a download key. Because I want to add some descriptions and stuff to it. How do I generate a download key? Does anyone know how to generate a download key? I guess I can make it public. Disable unlisted. It'll because I don't want this to send a message out. This sends a message out to anyone who's following me. Restricted, but you can't view it from an arbitrary place still. Yeah, it still doesn't show up there. I want to download key. How do I do that? All right, let's try password. Okay, all right, so the password is password. If you want to go make a monster, the password is password. There you go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill out this page a little bit. Ooh, I can do password. Hang on, let's go. Password equals password. Perfect. Monster maker. There we go. Easy peasy. Just in time, Science Blitz. How you doing, folks? Don't forget to go check out Science Stream. What not to do? Yeah, don't put your password as don't. Why not, JD? Blitz, how you doing? We just we're making a monster maker here. We got it on my machine. The game fails to run on your machine in the web browser. Let me try it on my Mac here. Got my Mac here, folks. We're gonna try it on the Mac. Are you on Firefox? Because you do have to. It's like the shared buffer array is a big issue. We could upload it as well as a downloadable file. Hang on, let's do another build. Let's do another export as a. Oh, I hate that we have to do like all of these. Try Chrome. Try Chrome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Firefox doesn't allow you to do the shared buffer array, and there might be some cross-origin garbage going on in there as well. Let's try it real quick. Itch Captain Coder. Bullet, remind me, what is Tuesday? I know Monday's my microscopy Monday. I usually can't make it on Tuesdays, but Wednesday is my favorite with Whack'em Wednesday. Tinker! Oh! Can you change that to Thursdays? Because Thursdays I know you play games typically. Okay, so it works for me in Chrome on Mac. Okay. Okay. The other thing I kind of want to do is scale. Keep aspect scale. How do I make it so when you resize it scales? Windowed. I want it to scale resizable on. How do I make it stretch? Viewport. I think this is what I want. So if we resize it, yeah, resize it there. So the web build is doing something slightly funky. Project, export. On my Mac's at a crazy resolution, so everything is super tiny. So I want it to actually resize out to that window size. Delete this here. Export. Proton, can you, sorry, I missed you, that the name of that thing again. What was the name? What is the command I need to run? I haven't forgotten, although I'm going to forget very soon. MSTSC. Let me MSTSC. Okay. So you're saying it looks like this. This is what your thing looks like, this window here. This looks like a Windows 98 program. That's cute. It's cute. Gotcha. Okay. View page. Show settings. So show options. Okay. I'm terrified to click on things on this. You can remove the booger. JD, let me show you how to remove the booger. It's not obvious, but you can remove the booger. You can remove any of the components. And I'll show you. Are you watching? Oh, it's just that there's a lot of options. I'm slightly scared to show this in case it has anything. Remote desktop kind of scares me. All right, so JD, are you watching? Are you watching closely? You want to see how to remove the booger? Booger's gone. It's gone. Make it invisible. Make it invisible. You want a one-armed. It's still there. It sounds like a you problem. Definitely sounds like a you problem. One-armed. One-eyed. I can't see it, but I can feel it. It's not there, JD. Oh, I didn't mean to do that one. It's not there. It's not there. All right. Take this eye. We'll take... Can click the eyebrow. There it is. I mean, I might make sense to add an option. The one-eyed, one-armed. Switch this eye here. Let's go to this body. I like... Look, which body do we want, JD? Do you want to be round or crunchy? Round or... JD, are you round or are you crunchy? Oh, with the hat. Let's go. We got to get out of here, folks. I've gone over my time limit. I know I started a little bit later today. But we're going to find someone to raid out to. Folks, if you want to go play around with the mods, thank you for the hat. You're very round. Me too. Me too. The shit. I have a shape. It's round. Let's go with the one-eyed. Here we go. Move this over. Saw, how you doing, friend? Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's take this eyebrow as well. Move the eyebrow over and up. And rotate it a little bit. There we go. There we go. Look at this guy. Give him that beefy arm. Put it coming right out of him there. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. What do you think of my monster? Make him a little bit different colored. Orange. Yeah, baby. There we go. Swatches. Boom. 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 There we go. We could give it 2 eyebrows. 2 eyebrows. We could do that. There's a thing we could do. Just an ugly mess of beauty. It's like looking in a mirror. Like looking in a mirror. It's still there. It's just I can feel it. That was a pretty good one. Stop. Setting that alpha is a little bit annoying. All right, perfect. Perfect. Let's save the, let's do it. Raph, let's update that real quick. Let's add this to get ignore. In fact, I want to add builds to get ignore altogether. Add get add get commit dash feature. This is really a chore. I did some extra feature. Add export add JavaScript export / update project export settings. Go and push it up. Mostly maxi. Yeah, it was a chore and a feature. It's a featured chore. All right, we got it in there, folks. We're gonna find someone to raid out to. Mostly Maxi is a great streamer, yeah. Go check him out, folks. We're gonna get out of here. Mostly Maxi. Go give him some love if you want to watch some Rust developments. They're gonna be working on Godot soon, right? All right, who are we gonna raid out to? We got some options here. We could do Sorcery Story. We haven't done Sorcery Story in a while. Yeah, let's raid Sorcery Story. Full box. No, someone wanted to do full box yesterday and we didn't, so we're gonna do full box. All right, folks, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, keep beat. Lady Codes It is awesome. Yeah. Layla Codes It, not Lady Codes It. Layla Codes It. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Keep coding, keep growing, keep being the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime. Have a beautiful day. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be on the Discord later today in about 6 hours. If you want to hang out on the Discord with us, you can. Be sure to join the Game Jam that's coming up. Practical and PC and I are hosting a Game Jam. I'm searching for Avenue A. I don't know why. The solo Game Jam's coming up. Follow us on Discord. Follow us on the Game Jam. Like, subscribe, follow. Tell your friends. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, keep wearing as many hats as you can. You're welcome back anytime. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.